I always have a backup plan.
Let's have a look. Judging by the caustic smell and oily stains, Promethean was previously stored here. It must have fallen into the hands of the heretics. What is Promethean?
I always keep my options open.
Some loot, come on.
That wasn't so difficult.
Sounded so disappointed, so at first I thought she failed. Nice. Death World Origin. I mean, the armor stat doesn't sound too nice. Prometheum is fuel, basically. Oh, thanks, Alistair. Reduce incoming attack. Base armor property. More parrying and more ability. Is that nice? Just want to see if it might be nice for Argenta, because I think agility really should be benefiting her. But it loses 10% armor. But higher dodging chance. Let's go. It sounds like a good idea, I think.
Would you look at that?
Oh. I kind of expected to be more behind that door. But I guess we'll just have to advance to the streets of the capital.
Over there.
Just curious to see how many people, those weird blind mad people, are walking the streets. The turret was placed in a great hurry. The Technomed never had the chance to activate it. Argenta.
The Emperor favors me today. Never doubt me. I better myself through my
Keep
service.
your wits about you.
Oreo muffins also sound quite tasty. The insurgents walked in a crowd right across the mine barriers, seemingly oblivious to the fear of death.
Let us not dawdle.
Change is coming. The edge is nigh.
The blinded ones are harmless. No sense in shooting them and drawing attention.
I think that the Tech-Priest we're looking for.
Don't kill the Tech-Priest! We need to take him alive!
Knowledge find it, and let their enemies
Fall back!
Nice.
May knowledge be thy fate. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Let's hope he's not our enemy. Quite impressive. Just, I don't know, magically blow up a huge machine. The man dressed in crimson should never have survived the explosion. However, he's alive. Hear the wheezing of the respirator that covers half of his face. Very nice portrait. Yeah, Tech-Priest, so very thoroughly modified. And also those parts, is that a mask or is that skin? It looks very pale.
Not another step.
Trill comes from the folds of the partially smouldering crimson raiment. It is binary speech, the sacred language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Binary hymn transforms into a vox-synthesized voice that sounds like thunder rolling over a vast plain.
Flee, for I am death.
Oh boy. His gaunt hand rises to stop you, and immediately your vox howls in pain and your machine equipment starts crackling. The Tech-Priest's blazing power axe disgorges a cloud of righteous sparks, and his visor glows menacingly in blue and green. Yes.
By the throne! What is that servant of the Omnissiah made of? Adamantine? Ugh, blasted.
I think I'm going to like the Tech-Priest. Abelard clutches his head as his ocular implant is wrecked with a wave of interference. I am Rogue Trader Edward von Valancius. I mean you no ill.
I identify you as a member of a high stratum belonging to Rogue Trader House von Valancius. I am detecting no need for confrontation.
I mean, especially in a world where everything is so much relying on technology, if you have someone who can just almost manipulate it at will, that is quite powerful. Oh, you want to use your gun? Sad. Tech-Priest visor focuses on your attire and examines the symbols on it.
The convoy received an order to meet you. It is no longer functional. Therefore, I propose that we continue to advance to the rendezvous point with the governor's soldiers.
The menacing blue-green glow fades in the Tech-Priest's gaze. He lowers his arm. The equipment ceases to malfunction. The Tech-Priest stares resolutely forward, his mechan-dendrite tentacles rising gracefully around his hunched figure, which is illuminated by the flames of the smoldering remains of the machine. Can't we see those mechadendrites? Just another arm on the back. Handy. I know in the beginning I said like those mechadendrites are kind of creepy. I think they appear more and more useful to me. And Edward points at the exploded machine. So, how did you manage to kill off a slew of people and blow up a sacred machine without even laying a finger on it?
This was my doing.
Ooh, you didn't expect that? But you were glowing. The Tech-Priest turns around and stares aghast at the burning remains as if he had nothing to do with what just happened. His voice produces a mournful prayer.
The voices are being weird about him. They're saying garbled, conflicting things. Like they're talking about completely different people. But he's not a threat to you. Even if that's a bit hard to believe after all the fireworks.
Does he have like a split personality or something? Or is it like an own conscious and the mechadendrites or something like that? How does that work? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Alistair. I hope your sister's better. Yeah, Christmas shopping with all the people around can be quite taxing. Idira has been staring at the Tech-Priest, biting her lip. She kinda leans into your ear. So, who are you?
I identify as Magos Pasqal of the priesthood of Mars. By the grace of the Omnissiah, I am currently assigned to the maintenance personnel of the station Altar Templum Calixis X-17.
Why are you here?
Altar Templum Calixis. I have heard the name before. The station appears on House Orselio's star charts in the Furibundus system, not far from the Void Colony of Footfall. You have traveled a long way to come here, esteemed Magos.
Makes it even more interesting why he is here. From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. Craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspire to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as though it will not decay and fail you. One day, the crude biomass you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved, for the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnissiah, Magos Dominus. Asked that from the Adeptus Mechanicus? Or Omnissiah prayer text or something like that, Alistair? Yeah, they really seem to be quite into replacing as much as they can. So, you do not even know how you caused such an explosion?
The Omnissiah granted me a revelation. The spirit of this machine was dying, but it wished to perform a service, for such was its design. I sensed this and appealed to it. I do not know how I did it. I merely followed my intuition. The understanding granted by the Omnissiah was not permanent. It has left me.
Curious. What was the background? Especially with what Idira said about it's like about different people. And the Tech-Priest, he is shaken. So, why do you wish to see the governor?
I came here to carry out a sacred mission. My mentor, Archmagus Amonat, summoned me, and I hastened to answer his call. But the rabble's unrest prevented our meeting, and I was on my way to Governor Medina to determine my mentor's current location.
The Tech-Priest hesitates, glancing at his mecha dendrites, as if consulting them. Eventually, his vox system responds. So, they do have some kind of conscience? Or is it just a tick?
My escort was ordered by their commander to discontinue their movement and await to be merged with your group. Then, due to their incompetence, they let themselves be killed. It was an unacceptable complication to my task.
How dare they just die? If the Tech-Priest's voice carried any compassion for the dead, the dry words that crackled from the vox system did not convey a shred of it. Don't think so. The Magos is the High Priest of the Mechanicus. Ah, okay. Must be quite devoted to your mentor to be willing to wade into this mess just for him.
Cessation of vital functions is an unavoidable phenomenon, and therefore an insignificant one. The doctrine of worship repudiates the fear of death.
Just... I mean, still, if you die, Pasqal, no more tech shenanigans. Small wrinkles gather on the Tech-Priest's exposed eye, as if he's smiling on his respirator mask. So this pale stuff really is leftover skin. Wonder how much still is human about him and how much is machine.
With my mentor's words, the Omnissiah gives me the algorithm for redemption and triumph in service. I will be redeemed, and I will triumph.
Then his expression hardens, and he adds cryptically. The cult Mechanicus believes knowledge itself to be manifestation of divinity in the universe. The supreme object of devotion is therefore the omniscient machine god, an immanent and omnipotent spirit that governs all technology, machinery, and knowledge in creation. The machine god is believed to be friendly to humanity, to be the originator of all human technological and scientific knowledge. Interesting, I mean, it also contributes to this whole mix of religion and technology with the machine spirits and everything. I really like the concept. I don't really get anything about it so far. Because I wonder how where it originated. Like, it kind of reminds me a bit, like my best friend is working in bioinformatics, and they sometimes talk about the code, like sometimes it just works and sometimes it just doesn't, and kind of feels like that could be like the origin of believing in like machine spirits and like doing odd stuff to appease the spirit for the code to work. Oh well. I invite you to join my retinue.
Acknowledged. Predicting successful and mutually beneficial cooperation.
Please. Now we finally have a full party.
I'm listening.
think he's also an operator, I think it was, with the expose weakness things. Really cool. I think he will be one of my favorites. Okay, so let's do a quick level up. Okay, you're smart, that's nice. Oh, interesting, you're also melee based. That's good that we have someone who's smart, cause then we finally have someone to actually succeed in all our checks. Or not. Tech-Priest, so they have a penalty to Law Imperium, Law Warp. Still going to go for intelligence, just have someone who can do logic and stuff. Just common talent. Chain weapon. Also, you're pretty good in tech use. So, later relations. Persuasion based on intelligence. I mean, that would be interesting if we didn't have Edward, who's very good in all the charismatic stuff. Because this allows you to use intelligence instead of fellowship for doing all the social checks. Forge. Deflection can offer prone. Weaponry. I'm kind of tempted to go for the tech use bonus. So, I mean, 30, 30, 45, 38. We're going to go for the tech use, I think. Yeah. Intelligence. Tech use. Here we are. Oh no, another talent. He's basically my main hacker and I let him use exotic weapons like melter weapons. Yeah, sounds like he's very good to do all those interacting with machinery stuff. I mean, he is a tech priest, right? Fresh targets. Body weak saw. Manipulator, Medicaid. Ooh, the tech priest can use their mechadendrite to restore the wounds of an ally once per combat. That also sounds neat. Oh, and I think Pasqal might also be our best Medicaid user. Which is kind of sad. Ooh, you could add a scanner mechadendrite, perception plus 10. So neat. Which we don't really use with Pasqal, I think. But anyway. So many options, so many potential builds you could go into. One more stack of exploit. It's kind of hard to compare all those skills and to be like, okay, which is better, which is less good. Should we just go with more exploiting? We go. Body weak soul. We're going to go with body weak soul, so lower toughness and willpower for enemies. Okay, and more intelligence. Ooh, joint analysis is nice. Of course, your allies can also use all the exploits. The plus int bonus more damage, which is 55, so plus 5. Going to go with that. Tech use or logic? I think I would go for logic to have them a little bit more even. So we end up with 65 and 90. I mean, we could also go all the way for 100. But I think logic will also be interesting. Alright. Tide of Excellence is also nice, makes the exploits a little bit nicer. Combat Master. movement, dueling master. Chain weapons gain 4 more damage. I don't know what is good. Swift movement. I could also just go for skills all the time. On the other hand, I think perception is also nice for operatives, so this one different? It was. So we originally took weak body, weak soul. Such as different. Ah. Okay. What kind of weapon are you using, Pasqal? Did I just delete all the things I did and select it? Yes. Omnisire eggs. Okay, let's do this once more. Thankfully, I hope I remember the things I chose. You are a common talent, so we're going to go with skill tag. Excellence. Or intelligence. Joint analysis. See, we don't have to do the whole thing again. Don't worry. Very weak soul. Persistence of the Forge sounds nice. Stacking bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. That sounds nice. Alright. It will have to suffice.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Kinda glad that isn't our shuttle. Violation of the right of operation. The shuttle's promethium tanks have been abandoned and left open. Someone interrupted the fueling sacrament. Fueling sacrament. An entire procession of cargo servitors was destroyed by gunfire, and not a single one of them attempted to flee.
I always have a
Attention to
backup
detail
plan.
is the key to success.
It kind of seems like it was a very sudden attack or sudden switch in behavior. Bolt. Is that one nice? Rate of fire 3, range 12, 9 to 14. That actually sounds nice. Parrot. It's less nice than our current, I don't know, sniper rifle. Yeah, because the range is less and everything. But we could see we can't even use it with everyone. I think we can just use it with Argenta or Pasqal. Interesting. Oh. It's interesting that usually we have 2 sets of weapons we can equip, but not with Pasqal. Wonder why. I mean, we don't have 2 sets for whatever reason, but we can simultaneously equip 2 two-handed weapons because of our Technomancer backpack. I don't know. Right. So, let's go and hunt more heretics. So we don't overlook.
Sister Argenta, you are always shrouded in a greenish-gray mist when I see you. Is it me that troubles you? Or is it whatever I can see behind it?
My soul is open to the light and his faithful servants. The rest is merely fleeting frailties that hold no significance.
I think she's dodging something. Right. Every one of the dead had their eyes ruthlessly burned. Yeah, they kinda are obsessed with eyes. I mean, we also saw like many of those blind metalmen. Why was there a loading screen for that? Ah, some loot. Sin skin. Plus 5% dodge of the wearer's agility is more than 40%. I don't know, does anyone even have that? Except Argenta? Ah, Idira. Idira is wearing light armor anyway, so let's go with that, I think. Yeah, Cassia also has... They all have too low agility.
I always keep my options open.
Alert. Profane violation of the algorithm. Wonder if we can hack this turret. Activate turrets. Hi, we can. Nice. Technomancer. Alright, see you in a bit, Alistair.
The machine god grants me insight.
Nice. How I love a 100% success chance.
But I will grant none.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Neat. 2 turrets. Okay. And I think we finally have a full party. Just wondering how daring I want to be. What's the worst that could happen? Come on, Abelard. Abelard. I don't think I want to be too far behind. They're so far away. You're going here. So we can do some psyching shenanigans. Argenta. Here we go. We don't have that many places to take cover. We're doing it the daring way. Maybe we don't even really have to fight. As long as they are not wounded. Okay, Pasqal, what can you do? Machine Spirit Communion. All weapons in a huge area gain additional effects. Recoil is reduced by half. What does recoil even do? When shooting in a burst, the hit chance of all shots after the first are reduced by the recoil parameter of the weapon. Is reduced. I gotta say, sometimes I wish the game would just calculate those things and let you just look up those formulas, but be like, okay, that's that, because if I wanted to know all the values, I would now have to open this, and then I have to do maths. Enemy weapon recoil is increased. And allies get more dodge. Cool. Oh. Interesting, I think this is now a character build where we actually have to look out for the AP. Machine Spirit Banishment. Damage. Gun analysis. They're all not that powerful, so I think we'll just try to do burst fire. Or not. Ah, damn cover. Oh well.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
And let's just do it this way. Go. And bye. 28 damage. Quite something. Why can't I target them? And of course I already walked. I kinda expected that she could just lean to the right and then attack this guy here. Apparently not. Can I scream? Also not. Do I need to see you to scream? Nope, not seeing anything. Oh well. Come at me.
Martyrdom is the reward.
Just a minor setback.
0 damage is acceptable. So, come on. Just gonna boost Pasqal so you can just mow down the guy in front of him.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Request. Desire death.
Nice. Ooh. Just give someone another turn. And again, this is not going to be a long fight. Yeah, see, just gonna do it like this.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I just need to find an angle. Go.
Power
Momentum.
resides in the will of the righteous.
Let justice
Doubt
reign
is
on
for the
them.
eradicated.
Yeah. Oh well.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Indeed.
Okay. Did you guys have anything interesting with you? Nope. Just some trophies. Ah,
Keep
there are
your
more.
wits about you.
But wait. There's more for the cargo. Street of the capital. See if you find even more heretics there. Would be very interesting to see who Aurora is and what she's planning.